Hi guys, another video. We're really sticking to this. I am so proud of us. Okay, welcome back. This is gonna be a video about beginners 101 to the perfect base. Okay, it's gonna be easy, simple steps that you can follow. I just think I'd like to break down the basics because no one broke down the basics for me, so I'd like to break down the basics for you. The first thing you're going to do is wash your face. I've already washed my face. So where is my Vaseline? And you're gonna tone your face as well, because when you wash your face there's still some debris, if that's the word, on your face, and you want to get rid of them. The next thing you're going to do is moisturize. I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to show you what I use to moisturize slash prime my face, because I actually don't use a primer. I don't use it. I'll show you what I use. Okay, face is nice and dry. I'm gonna go in with my Balance Active Formula Vitamin C serum. Serum? I don't know how you pronounce it. And I'm just gonna put that on my face. This is kind of like my primer. I just love the way it absorbs into my skin. It just makes my makeup stay. Like, it absorbs and like kind of forms a layer on top of my skin that is just fuego. I'm gonna go in with a moisturizer that has SPF in it. Wear your SPF. Wear your SPF, don't play. But this is simple. It's a light, protecting light, emphasis on the light. You don't want a heavy moisturizer on your face. You don't want that. We don't do that over here. Just a little. You don't really want an oily base for your makeup, because I just don't really want an oily base. I'm just gonna rub that in as well, and after that's dried in, we're going to go in with the vitamin E hydrating mist. Now, you know how I said we don't want an oily base, but we want a hydrated base. Not oily, hydrated. Okay, I'm gonna go in and spray that on our face, eyes closed, please. I literally bathe in this. That's basically my setting, my primer, my base, my beginning step, the most important step. Just if you use a primer as well, go for it. I don't use primers, but I use a serum, so it's kind of like a primer, but it's not a primer. Make sure you moisturize, whichever moisturizer you have, and make sure you set your face with a mist before you start as well. You can also use setting spray, a glowy setting spray. The first thing I always start off with is my brows. You all know that trend that's going around now, the spiky, messy kind of looking brows. I kind of like it because I spend less time on my brows now. So you just go in with any gel you have. I use my Edges Control gummy wax gel, and I just kind of lay that on my brows like so. Let it dry for a second, and when it dries we go in with a spoolie. And we're just gonna brush our eyebrows up like this, brushing it up, giving it that spiky look. And if you have really full eyebrows, this is literally enough. Like, you don't even have to go in with any product after this, but I have very sparse eyebrows, so I'm gonna go in with some pomade. I'm going in with an angular brush. I can't actually find the one I normally use, so hopefully this does the same job. This is slightly thicker than the one I use, but we're going with an angular brush, and we just dip it in. It's a very thick angular brush, and we just follow the natural strokes of our eyebrow, and I just go in with the residue. This brush is actually thicker than the one I use. It's normally way lighter than this, but we can still work with it. Okay, so it just gives it that nice spiky look. Just keep it middle and tail And that's basically it, okay? Literally one dip in the pomade and follow the natural strokes of, okay, maybe 2 dips, and follow the natural strokes of your eyebrow. That's literally the drawing part of your eyebrows. Now we're going to conceal the eyebrows to give it more of a neater shape. Even though it's a messy style, we still kind of don't want it to look too messy. You get what I mean? We're going in with a concealer brush and my highlight. Yeah, my highlighter, my concealer, my highlighter. I use the NYX one, Can't Stop, in the color Golden Honey, and we're just gonna go underneath our eyebrows. So just dip the brush onto the spoolie of the concealer, and we're just gonna conceal like so. There's a mirror here, by the way, that's why I keep looking this way. You can see it's not too crazy, but it does make quite a difference. And we just sharpen the edge of our eyebrows as well. Now with the remaining one, you just go on top slightly, like it's literally nothing, it's just residue. And you can literally see the difference between this one and this one, and not much has been done. So I'm just gonna blend that out. And we're gonna go in again, do the same thing for the other side. Literally, eyebrows done. If you want to go in with more gel to make it more spiky, you can. We're gonna go into the good part, the base, the beautiful base. Just gonna go in to my favorite part of, actually no, it's not my favorite part. So this is the foundation stage. I use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter hydrating foundation in the color 420. I really like this foundation, it's everything. So I'm literally just gonna go in and put it on my skin like so. If you share your foundation, don't do this, like don't. So we're just gonna go in and maybe a bit on my nose. It's quite a strong foundation, so you don't need too much pumps. This is quite a lot actually. I'm gonna go in with my little buffer. I like to use a tiny one because I get more control, and what I do is I wet it a bit with my hydrating mist like so, and we just go in and just blend it out. So I like to drag it down a bit. One thing I do not do, I do not put, if you notice, I didn't put a pump on my forehead. I use the residue on my forehead because I don't know, I just don't really put a lot of makeup on my forehead. Now we're going to go in with the concealer. This part has so many techniques, so many ways you can do it. I even change the way I do it sometimes. So I'm going to go in back with my NYX. So we go in with the wand, and we're literally going to put it on our nose like this. So we're not dragging it down to our cheek, and we're going to put it by there. In the eye, by the eye. Now if you use NYX, blend before you apply to the other side because NYX dries down so quickly. I'm just gonna go in with a wet beauty blender and just blend it in, drag it onto my eyelid, and just blend. Nice and blended. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. The bright under eye look, you go for a concealer that is slightly lighter than your normal one. So with this one, I'm using my Revolution Super Size Conceal and Define in C12. So I get this wand and I just put it in there, just a little corner. And there, with this one, you don't have to blend it first. It doesn't dry out too quickly. Kind of drag it onto there as well. We're gonna blend it out. So I'm probably actually gonna wait for this to sit in a bit because it's quite wet, and I also don't want to drag it across my eye. I just want it in that inner corner of my eye. Going with the same beauty blender, and we blend slowly and precisely, kind of in the same spot, and you can kind of drag it onto your eyelid as well, but just try and stay in the same spot. Try not to drag it out onto there. because then it kind of defeats the purpose of highlighting just the inner corner of your eye. Okay, that's blended enough for me. You don't want to over blend it because it just kind of removes the illusion. Now I'm just going with the other side. I love it. I love this look so much. Now we're gonna go in with a powder. So my powder actually broke. It's just like an everyday use kind of powder. This, actually I'll show you the cover. Collection pressed powder. Oh my god guys, it's changed my life. It's a translucent powder, but it has a slight color to it, so it's not invisible, but it just does the job. It's like a filter. So I just dab a bit onto the broken pad, and I just brush it over my eye like so. I don't really bake my powder anymore because it dries out your under eye, blah blah blah. We've all heard it. Look at that. A little goes a long way as well with this powder. It just works. It looks like a filter on my eye. It's amazing. We do the same thing with the other eye. Also, I'm using the powder brush, by the way. And now, if you want to focus on the inner corner to give it more of that brighter look as well, I'm gonna go in with a denser brush, dip it onto the powder, kind of tap the excess away, and just focus in that inner corner. We will be dusting this off, so don't be too alarmed if you look like Casper the Goat. The goat? Casper the Goat? Casper the Ghost. And we're just gonna leave that one. We're gonna leave, we don't have to dust that off straight away. And with the residue on the powder brush, I'm just gonna put it on my forehead to kind of matte it up because it kind of gets shiny, and my chin as well. Now we're gonna go in with the contour. The contour, I use Revolution, shocker, Patricia Bright Face Palette in the color Dusk Till Dawn, and this is what it looks like. As you can tell, it's been used a lot, but this right here is the holy grail. It does its damn job. Okay, having my contour brush, and we're just dipping it into that color, and we're just putting it on our cheek, just underneath our cheekbone. Can you see that? That's a work of art. Try to blend it out as well, and then we're bringing it onto our jawline. So we dip, jawline, and we'll do the same thing on this side. We're gonna dust this off. We don't want to leave it on for too long. Just get your powder brush and just dust it away. Dust, dust, dust. We are going to spray our face with a hydrating mist or a setting spray, but you can use an hydrating mist as well. Just a little. And we're gonna go in with a denser brush or your powder brush, but if you use your powder brush, just make sure you kind of squinch it. Actually, I'll use this so I can show you. And you dip it into your powder, right? And then you go underneath your contour and just define it. Nice and simple. Do the same thing for the other side and just define it. And this just helps define your cheekbones. Now we're gonna go in with a blush and highlight. And everyone says this is their favorite part, but it's not really my favorite part. So the blush I actually use is a Revolution palette. It's a color palette. It has this beautiful orange color that I just love. I'm just gonna go in with this orange color right here, just right there, and just dip it using a brush, of course, a blush brush. I'm just gonna go on our nose and our cheeks, and I can mix it with the rose as well, just to give it a bit of over the room. Just gonna go in with the other side as well. We're kind of dragging it up. It's very faint. Let's blend this out. Now we're gonna go in with a highlight. Highlight is kind of outdated now, but I like it because it just gives a bit more dimension to the face. So I'm just gonna go in. If you have a highlight brush or just a thinner brush or a fan brush, just anything really that can work for your cheeks. So I'm using this little highlight brush and I'm dipping it in my Kiko highlighter in the color. I've had this for like a year now. Natural gold. It's stunning. And you can see where the light hits on my cheekbone. I'm just gonna dab it on there and blend it out. I don't think I've put too much. I'm just gonna blend that out. When you face the front, you can't see it. It's only a side. It's a side view kind of thing, you know. And we just did the same thing for the other side. But a lot of people don't like to contour their nails, but I do in a very, very, very gentle way. I'm not trying to change up my nails. I love my nails, but the powder has kind of made it lose its dimension. So I'm just gonna go in with that same contour palette that I used. Just dab a little and side of the nose, just to bring back that dimension that was lost. I'm just gonna go in with the highlighter next to it. This is a more calmer highlighter than the Kiko one. I'm just gonna go in with my finger and put it on my nose and just blend out. And it's just a little shimmy glow. It's a little shimmy glow. I'm gonna do the eyes, a basic nude look. I'm going to go in with my Patricia Bright Revolution palette, Rich in Life. I adore that palette. It has everything I need. The Rich in Life has the perfect nude collection. So we're gonna go in with a dark brown on the crease. I use the Irreplaceable, and then I also dip it in brown sugar. We're just gonna go in on the crease like so. Kind of drag it out a bit. I just love how pigmented it is. We just did the same thing on the other side. Guys, this is such an easy eye look. Like, you don't really need to do anything. We're gonna go in with a crease brush and we're literally gonna dip it in. So those two colors mix perfectly for a crease color. Look at that. Look at that. And we're literally just tapping it onto the crease. I have a very small crease, so I'm gonna drag it up. So when I open my eyes, you can actually see it. And literally, guys, that's it. We're just gonna do the same on the other eye. I'm gonna go in back into the crease with the darkest brown without the brown sugar. With a more denser brush and just define that crease. Okay, that's the eye. I'm just gonna go stick some lashes on. I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. Actually, I'm gonna do it off camera. An eye tutorial is not what this is. This is a base tutorial, okay? So don't judge me. So we've stuck the lashes on. We're gonna do the lips to finish off with. I always go hella basic. Brown lip liner, hair gloss, lip gloss, and a bit of pink lip gloss over it. Make it more defined than this, but apply and blend. I'm gonna go with a really bright nude lipstick over it. Now we're going with a good old hairstyle lip gloss. Just over it. We're gonna finish it off with a pink lip gloss that I got from Primark. Holy Grail. How pink. So for the finishing touch, we're going in with Revolution Glow Fix Setting Spray. I'm just gonna bathe in it. And yeah, I'm gonna go do my hair and I'm gonna show you what it looks like all complete. So I have done my hair. It wasn't trying to cover it, so I just chucked the headband on it. I put contour on my forehead as well. That's basically the only product that I put on my forehead. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something today. But don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you like this video and what else you'd like to see from me. I'm just very happy to be here with you guys. What? Girl, what are you on about? Anyway, I'm gonna go now, but thanks for watching. Bye.